Dick Peffley, the general manager of the Lansing Boat Oar and Light, and we are here today for the 30th Adopt a River cleanup. It is an unbelievable event. There's over 200 folks out there helping clean the river.
Hi, my name is Eric Larson. I'm the Executive Director of Impression 5 Science Center, and we are here today celebrating the 30th annual Adopt a River cleanup. This is a partnership with Board of Water and Light, and from the Impression 5 side, we are participating in this because we are very tied to the fact of our location. We are in this awesome old building right on the Grand River, connected to the river trail, and we feel that it is our duty to work with Board of Water and Light and encourage these volunteers to help us keep this beautiful watershed as clear of litter and trash as possible.
When we started this 30 years ago, in partnership with I-5, we used to bring dump trucks down here to load up the stuff and take back to recycle. Now it's pickup trucks. So the river's gotten immensely cleaner. A couple years ago, we started a new thing called magnet fishing, where we drop a magnet off the bridge with a rope and pull things up that we can't see because the banks are so clean. So we really want to have a shout out to the 200 volunteers that came out on a little bit of a cloudy day, but a nice day to work. And we'll be bringing them all in here and thanking them and see how much stuff they collected.
We're here at the river cleanup. My name's Joel. As you see, it's pretty filthy down here, but we did our best to get what we could get, from VCRs to car parts to clothes to used shoes and socks. There's a massive amount of stuff out here. Plenty more to pick up. So if you ever feel like helping the river clean up, next year will be the time, probably around the same time of the year.
You wouldn't think it's fun, but it's fun. And coming out with other people, you know, if you can rope in friends or family, it's a good time. And then you have free lunch afterwards. I encourage everyone to come out and do it. My name is Carissa, and I have actually come out here with my family, but my family got super cold and wet and went to the car to warm up for a few minutes. We enjoy Impression 5 Museum after we're done cleaning up, so it's always a fun opportunity for me to come out and show the kids what service is all about, volunteer service. So I scooped up what I think is a poop cake earlier with a piece of hard lattice, so that was fun. There's just so much hiding in all the nooks and cracks, a lot of cigarette butts and cigar butts, and then big things like heavy wet blankets, and we found a large sweatshirt, just things like that. So I think it's a good time though to come. It's very satisfying to see it very clean after you're done.
I'm Rachel out here with the Adopt a River cleanup, BWL sponsoring, and we found some interesting things, me and my daughter. She found a couple of vapes, CBD vapes as well, a box of those, a lot of alcohol cans, of course, beer cans, some tarp. What else did you find? Ice cream cups. Yeah, festival things. After the festival, people just, don't realize that it's, not helping the community and making it a more cleaner environment. So, we've all been there, but we all have a part that we can play to help clean up and make where we live beautiful. So.
Hi, my name's Haley. I'm a junior on the MSU rowing team, and we came out here today to clean the Grand River because it's the river that makes us go fast.
I'm Ava. I'm a sophomore on the MSU rowing team, and I think that the river is honestly just a big symbol of Michigan. It runs through most of the state, so I think that that's really cool that we get to practice on it and be involved in the community in that way.
I'm Emma. I'm a sophomore on the MSU rowing team. I love the river. It's our home. We're there every day, and it helps us go fast, like they said.
My name is Jaden. I'm a sophomore on the rowing team, and we spend so much time on the water. We spend about 20 hours every week on the Grand River, and like they said, it's just a huge part of Michigan State rowing. We have the opportunity to row on it and just make it a better place by cleaning it up today. So,
I'm Sophie. I'm a sophomore, and we just spent time cleaning our river, and I think it's important to just be leaders and do things and help our community and show people what we can do as a group and show that we do love to do things with our community and row. Hi, I'm Elena. I'm a sophomore. The river to us is just our place of community, and it's just given so much to us through the sport and just being able to be together. So it's cool to be able to clean it together, have that time to team bond and give back.
Hi, I'm Jillian. I'm also a sophomore on the rowing team, and it's been fun to just be able to clean the place that we get to call home, that we spend so much time on. We've built so many cool relationships on that river, and it's so cool to give back to it and clean it. So thank you.
It makes you feel humble because we were trying to clean up and there's a lot of homeless tents, families there. And we thought it was trash, but it wasn't. It's some of their food, and luggage we found down there by the river. So it's kind of, it's sad too. It's like people are living right by the river, and what's trash to us or not so important is all they have. So it makes you reflect on what's our trash could be their treasure. So we just have to appreciate what we have and be grateful. So I'm happy to help out and teach my daughter to, take care of the earth too.
I'm Alex Russick, and I'm joined today with Kim Halfley. We're both from Foster, Swift, Collins, and Smith, located in downtown Lansing. Today we're helping out with Downtown Lansing Eat, doing a cleanup in the Stadium District of Lansing. I'm a Lansing resident, and I love giving back to my community. We've seen a lot of random trash, but I've actually been surprised by how nice it's been downtown today. So while we definitely need more help, and we always love the hands on board, it's nice to see our city growing in springtime.
I also think it's how friendly everybody's been. And I think that that's something people don't always equate to an urban environment or a downtown environment. And I think that's one of the great selling point for Lansing is just how friendly everybody is. There's really two things. One is cleaning up the trash. Despite everybody's best efforts, there gets to be a lot. And candidly, today we've been picking up a lot of cigarette butts. So hopefully people will take advantage of some of the other programs and nicotine cessation programs and kick the habit. Foster Swift is a long-time business. It has its foundations to 1902 in downtown Lansing, and so we just want to make sure that we're contributing to keeping a lot of businesses and actually residents in downtown Lansing.
We've done this for about six years now, every year, same area, and it always needs a cleaning every time. So feel free to help out next year if you have availability. Thanks.
Well, you've got the I-5 that you can wander through and see what's going on out here. That's great. And the volunteers, they'll start planning next year's event tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Brina Pugh. I am the Government and Community Relations Manager for the Lansing Board of Water and Light. As part of my role at the Lansing Board of Water and Light, I plan all of our external events. So the one that we're at today is Adopt a River. Adopt a River we've been doing since 1994. So it started out as just a river cleanup, and now it's evolved into quite a few other things. So we do the river cleanup, and then behind me you'll see that there's a pollinator garden that we planted a couple years ago. So we weed that, maintain that, mulch that. That's usually with BWL employees. And then we also let all of the attendees into I-5 for free. We give them a free lunch. And then we also do a craft every year. So this year it falls on the day before Mother's Day. So we're doing a potted plant. They can paint the pot and they can plant their little plant in it and take it to their mom tomorrow. So those are kind of all the parts and pieces of Adopt a River. We're always looking for new and inventive ways to make it a cool event. And we get a lot of big groups that come too. So we get a lot of big companies that come and have their employees volunteer. And this year we're partnering with Adopt a Spot with downtown Lansing. They're doing a beautification of downtown Lansing by planting flowers and cleaning up the place. So we've sent a lot of our volunteers down there as well. So that's kind of Adopt a River in a nutshell.
You know, we've learned over the 30 years how to make it a smooth, very efficient run event, make sure that We're respectful for people's time. They're giving up a Saturday morning to come out here, so we want to make sure that it was worth their time. And when you walk the river trail and see what it looks like and what it looked like 30 years ago, there is no comparison.
BWL, our motto is hometown people, hometown power. We're invested in our community and trying to give back. And I think our river trail is the best asset that we have in the city of Lansing. So cleaning it up and making it a place that people want to go to, especially this time of the year. It's beginning to be the season where people are using the river trail. So we want it to look beautiful, and we want to make sure that we're treating our river with respect and not having trash in our river. So this is also Drinking Water Week. So we're passionate about clean water in the city, and this is another component of that.
This is David's section.
I'm David Price. I'm the vice chair of the Commission for the Board of Water and Light. And my effort on part of Adopt a River is to give away free trees to people in the Lansing area. This is part of BWL's program to put the right tree in the right place. And we have 5 different species here today. They're all native to the Michigan area. They're all wildlife friendly. And we'd love to have people come down and have a free tree to take home with them.
Yeah, so people can get involved in signing up for this by going to Impression 5's website. We usually get the registration up about March time period, and you can sign up there for just yourself. You can sign up for a group. If you have a preferred area on the river trail where you're passionate about, like a park near your house, you can put on there that that's what you're interested in. Otherwise, we'll just send you somewhere close by, and we try to cover the entire river trail all the way to East Lansing and all the way to the end of it by Old Town.
We have over 200 volunteers stretching 12 miles on the river trail. They'll come back here to Impression 5 at 11 o'clock and we'll have lunch. And then we also have a special environmental fair set up for people to learn more about the Grand River watershed. The educational fair is really focused on environmental stewardship, so we're partnering with the Eagle Department from State of Michigan, Greater Lansing Stormwater, Fenner Nature Center, Pruce Pets. So trying to give people a deeper dive into environmental education outside of their cleanup efforts this morning.
My name is Ken Hall. Today I'm here with Mid-Michigan Environmental Action Council. We're here at Adopt a River at Impression 5. Basically, Mid-Michigan is an environmental action group that serves the Tri-County area. We are here to educate people on watershed and proper principles to protect and educate on the environment. Over here we have Teresa Lark. She is over here displaying our watershed model.
I'm Teresa Lark. I am the Executive Director of the Mid-Michigan Environmental Action Council. Cars and trucks will leave pollutants behind on these impervious surfaces. And then when the rain comes, that all washes into the river and into our watershed.
You may see there's an area over there with some sponges that may represent a wetland. We have rain mechanisms, and what we do is you go ahead and you pour some water, and as you see the rain on the various land uses, different rain features. We have a parking lot in here, and beneath this parking lot, we will have a retention pond. So this retention pond will act as like a man-made solution to help this impervious surface of this parking lot.
And so what we are suggesting people do, and the gentleman I just spoke with says he's interested in putting in a rain garden. So that might be some sort of like you might find your low-lying area here and put in a rain garden. And that's an engineered system that has a substrate, sand and gravel, and then compost and layers of soil, and that allows pollutants to settle out. It slows down the water flow and allows pollutants to settle out. That's what the retention basin does.
So what we're going to do is we're going to use this rainmaker, and we're going to pour what we would consider rain to actually go through on this parking lot. What will happen is the impervious surface of the parking lot would actually run off into our solution-made retention pond for filtration to help filtrate the water before it enters the system. As it enters the system, you can actually see if there was other houses or developments downstream, we will utilize other protections of sort that this model would give us to show how we will protect any assets that will be in a community.
You know, our lovely sponge layer represents land that hasn't been developed, or it could be farmland, it could be forest land, which all will take on water before sending it out. But if you know anything about farming, you know that farmers put in drainage tiles underneath the land to get the water moving, because if water will kill their plants. So if it comes at the wrong time and in too high quantity, they're out of business for the year. So they build in the drainage tiles that send the water out more quickly. So we try to get people to do things like leaving a buffer strip that would keep, because we know they use a lot of nutrients, right, to fertilize crops or maybe even pesticides, and then that all goes too into our water. So what we try to get people to think about are some of the responsibilities, some that we can take, some of the actions we can take that might include installing a rain garden, might include keeping a wetland area in a low-lying area that's going straight to the river or the stream. So that's essentially what this model is for, is to talk with people about what happens when we change our land use and what we can do to protect our homes from flooding and to keep the pollutants out of the watershed.
All you have to do is reach out to any of us at MIMIAC, and we'll possibly be able to come give you a preview, an example of how this works.
Adopt a River is obviously one of the premier cleanup events every year, but because of that effort, there are so many other cleanup events that are now working together in the same space. So if you're interested in keeping the Grand River watershed clear of litter and trash, please do the research and find some organizations that are doing this work all year round. Thank you to the Board of Water and Light for continuing to sponsor this event, and most importantly, thank you to all the volunteers that came out this morning on this beautiful Michigan spring morning. It's a little chilly and a little rainy, but we've got the diehard volunteers out here doing what we need to do.